Hi everyone. In this tutorial, we'll explore the Auto Setup plugin for Marmoset. With Auto Setup, you can easily bring characters and props from Character Creator and iClone into Marmoset for final rendering using ray tracing. Additionally, you can use shader mapping to fine-tune material settings and enhance shader effects and texture details. To get started, first download the Auto Setup plugin for Marmoset from the official Marmoset plugin webpage. After downloading, extract the files. Then launch Marmoset and navigate to Edit, Plugin, and click Show User Plugin folder. Drag the extracted Auto Setup files into the plugin folder. Next, return to the plugin menu and click Refresh to reload the plugin data. Once installed successfully, CC Auto Setup for Marmoset will appear under the plugin menu. Then click it to open the Auto Setup panel. Next, let's go over how to transfer a model into Marmoset. Before we begin, we'll customize the character first. Start by browsing the cloth section to find suitable clothing, then drag and drop your selection onto the character. You can also apply accessories as needed. For this example, we'll add high heels. And we can also apply a pose before exporting the character to Marmoset. First, select the character and choose to export it as an FBX from the File menu. Be sure to select the Clothed Character option so the clothes and accessories are included in the export. In the Export settings under Target Tool Preset, you'll see several options. Choose Marmoset Toolbag to automatically configure the settings for compatibility with Marmoset. Under FBX options, make sure Mesh and Motion is enabled to include the character's animation data. For motion settings, select Current Pose and leave the other settings at their default values. Then export the character. Once the export is complete, you'll find the FBX file along with its associated texture and JSON files. In Marmoset, click FBX file and select the recently exported FBX. The corresponding JSON file will be linked automatically. Click the Import button to bring the character into the scene. We can now orbit around the model in Marmoset to examine it from all angles. Next, let's take a look at the Look Dev settings. With Auto Setup, any item can be seamlessly imported into Marmoset. Once in the scene, the object or character is automatically using the Full Body Light preset. This lighting can then be further adjusted to your preference. Next, click on Sky to view the available HDRI textures included with Auto Setup. In the render, ray tracing is enabled by default for high-quality rendering with optimized render settings pre-configured. You can also tweak these settings if needed. To focus on facial lighting, try applying one of the head lighting presets. These are designed to enhance the look of the character's face. You'll see the scene lighting update immediately. Each preset comes with its own HDRI image to match the lighting style. We can also check the effects of other light preset. Now, let's explore the full body lighting options. Applying one of these presets will also load a matching background to complement the lighting, resulting in a more vibrant and cohesive render. Switching between lighting presets will automatically change the HDRI image as well. You can control the lighting intensity using the HDRI brightness setting, which is linked to the skylight settings. Adjust the HDRI rotation can change the direction of the lighting and preview the impact from different angles. We can also check the effects of other light presets. Next, let's look at post effects. After applying one of these presets, you can click on the camera icon, and you can access a variety of post-processing filters. Once applied, a post effect can influence multiple visual aspects of the scene. By default, Auto Setup enables ACES tone mapping, which provides access to high-quality tone mapping options. You can switch based on your needed, but ACES is used by default. You can also adjust the exposure, apply a warm color tint, and use sharpening to bring out fine details. Finally, enable bloom for a soft light halo effect. Once you're complete all the render settings, click the Render button to produce a ray-traced image. Set your export directory, choose an image resolution, select an output format, then click Render Image. You'll get a high-quality result in no time. Now let's talk about material settings. Notice that the digital human shader has been applied to the character, which is then brought into Marmoset using Auto Setup. Accordingly, the material maps from Character Creator have also been transferred over, along with associated shader adjustments. First, have a look at the displacement maps for the eyes that were sent over to control the protrusion of the eyeballs. Diffuse maps are also transferred. If the eye color appears too faded, we can adjust the color to compensate. For the skin, we can make it appear more moist or dry by adjusting the roughness parameter. We can also tweak the normal map tiling to control the compactness of the skin details. The same goes for the teeth. Adjust tiling for the texture detail. Reflectivity can be adjusted to make the teeth more or less shiny. The direction map and anisotropy settings can be adjusted to change the flow of shininess across the hair strands. There's also the option to tweak the base color. Next, we'll return to iClone. We can also send the PBR textures over to Marmoset. First, select the two characters and click Export FBX. Target Tool Preset, choose the Marmoset Toolbag. Export Range, select Current Frame option. Then we can see the full effect in Marmoset with all the textures brought over. Props with subsurface scattering can also be sent. Even the scene can be transferred to Marmoset. No matter if it's an object or a scene, all assets in Marmoset can be faithfully represented with similar materials. Finally, let's talk about animation transfer to Marmoset. Back in iClone, we can apply the animation to the character. Click the Preview button to play back the animation and observe how realistic and natural the character's expressions appear. Once the motion has been applied, click the Export FBX button. Select Marmoset Toolbag as the export target and set the FPS to match the project's automatic value. Next, set the export range to all to include the entire animation, and proceed with the export once all settings are configured. After importing into Marmoset, click on Animate to open the animation window, then use the Play button to preview the animation. Notice how all the animations from iClone are faithfully represented in Marmoset. Since the default rendering engine is set to ray tracing, viewport playback may be slightly slower. Animated PBR material assets can also be exported and will be accurately reproduced in Marmoset. Animated actor core characters can likewise be transferred to Marmoset as demonstrated here. Via the Auto Setup plugin, we can quickly bring characters, clothing, motion, and materials into Marmoset from Character Creator or iClone. By enabling ray tracing and applying the default look dev settings, we can significantly enhance both the rendering quality and visual appearance of the assets and achieve high-quality real-time previews and image output. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.